Let's continue with the speaking section of the IELTS exam. Today we'll discuss part 2 of the speaking section. In the cue card section, you are asked to talk about a given topic for 1 to 2 minutes. Supporting questions are also provided that ask specific details about the main topic. You are allowed 1 minute to prepare your notes before starting your talk. The topic can be about a person, a place, a thing, or an incident. Look at this example. Describe an important river or lake in your country. Please tell me, where is it located? How big or long is it? What does it look like? Explain why it is important. In this example, this is the main topic. The main topic is the main point of your speech. For instance, you have to talk about a river or lake in response to this question. And here are the supporting questions. The supporting questions tell you what points to cover. In this example, you have to cover the location, size, image, and importance of the concerned river or lake. Let's dive into the effective strategies to prepare well for the IELTS speaking part 2. Practice monologues. You must practice monologues or solo speeches on different topics. Practice in front of a mirror for self-assessment or in front of an audience for peer review. It is advised to keep both practices since self-assessment and reviews are both necessary for improvement. Keep a timer on to note down the time of your speech. You have to adjust your routine of giving monologues in 1 to 2 minutes. You may find it difficult to speak for more than 1 minute at first. Start with shorter targets and gradually increase them over time. Remember that perfecting the cue card is not a one-day task. You need to practice consistently to become an efficient monologue speaker. Making notes. Making effective notes is crucial for making a good speech in the IELTS speaking section. You must make notes in the form of bullet points. Keep the timer on and practice completing your notes within a minute. Avoid writing complete sentences and write only 2 or 3 words in your bullet points. Take guidance from the supporting questions and make your notes accordingly. Make sure that your notes are clear enough to steer your speech smoothly. Cognition and brainstorming. The thinking process or cognition refers to the ability to process information, hold attention, store and retrieve memories, and select appropriate responses and actions. On the other hand, brainstorming or self-brainstorming refers to solving a problem by generating ideas. Both cognition and brainstorming are essential techniques to prepare and perform well in IELTS speaking part 2. Cognition and brainstorming can help you in memory retrieval or remembering things. Logical thinking and structuring, which includes thinking and arranging your ideas. Expanding ideas creatively. In the cue card section, you often feel falling short of the 1 minute mark. In such a case, you would need to expand your ideas using cognition techniques, vocabulary, and lexical resources. Cognition techniques help you utilize a wide range of vocabulary in your responses. Emotional regulation and reducing anxiety. Nervousness and anxiety being common challenges can be effectively reduced by cognition strategies. Now let us look into the cognition strategies. Follow these guidelines to train cognition for preparing for part 2 of the IELTS speaking exam. Practice timed responses. This means that you must simulate the 1 minute preparation and 2 minute speaking limit regularly. Mind mapping. This includes the use of diagrams to brainstorm ideas quickly and link related thoughts. Memory techniques. You may practice mnemonics or visualization to retain vocabulary and examples. The word mnemonics refers to techniques or strategies used to improve memory. For instance, you may have memorized the number of days in each month using the knuckle method. Reflection. You must analyze your practice responses to identify gaps in logic or creativity. Reflection or self-analysis is the key to continuous growth. Categorize. You may categorize cue cards into themes, for instance, people, places, things, or events, to reduce the cognitive load of thinking from scratch during the test. A few additional tips before we look into a sample question. Develop a slow speaking tempo. This will help you to manage your time easily. You can easily reach the 1 minute mark if you speak at a slow tempo. Get enough time to recall, analyze, and process information. By speaking slowly, you can get those microseconds to process all the information. A slow speaking tempo also helps you to avoid errors. Record your speech and listen to the recording. You can reflect and analyze your responses by listening to the recordings. Practice with a speaking partner. This will help you to develop confidence in speaking in front of people and get a review. Having prepared well for the cue card, we are now in a position to learn the strategies to attempt the cue card question. Let us consider the question type of a place to learn these strategies. If you find this lecture useful, then subscribe to IELTS Triumph and press the bell icon as we will discuss strategies and sample answers for more question types and sections of the IELTS exam in the upcoming lectures. In these types of questions, the examiner asks you to talk about a place or a location. We use the same example as discussed before. Coming on to the strategy, you may follow these steps to address such questions. Initially, you need to prepare your response. In this step, you need to identify the question type. Is it about a person, place, thing, or an incident? Read supporting questions and note their interrogative pronouns, what, when, and where, etc. Recall possible information about the topic and brainstorm related ideas. In the next step, you make your notes. While preparing the notes, keep in mind to address the main topic at the start. Address supporting questions in the same order as they appear in the question. Include some examples. Include your personal experience or opinion about the topic. Personal experiences and opinions will make your response both personal and lengthy. Write down a conclusion of your speech at the end. After writing your notes, you'll move on to the talking part or speech. Follow these steps to make a remarkable speech. Make an introductory opening statement. An opening statement guides you to your main topic. Following the opening statement, you must introduce your main topic. Afterward, you should address the supporting questions one by one in detail. Try to add specific examples, experiences, or opinions about the topic. These parts help you to increase the context and length of your speech. At the end, conclude your monologue with a strong ending statement. A strong ending statement leaves a good impression over the examiner's mind. Make sure to connect the sections of your speech logically and cohesively. Take help from the notes, but never read them word by word. Remember that your notes are only pointers and not a written speech, so you need to follow them accordingly. Use phonological features to make your speech stand out. Here is a flowchart which serves as a guideline of strategies to attempt the IELTS Speaking Part 2. As discussed earlier, you would prepare your response first by identifying the question type, reading supporting questions, recalling information, and brainstorming ideas. Then you make your notes, in which you make sure to address the main topic and supporting questions, include examples, experiences, and opinions, and a conclusion. Then coming on to the talking section, you need to make sure to start with an introductory statement. Address the main topic, include supporting details, examples, experiences, and opinions. We also make sure to connect our speech logically and make a healthy use of phonological features. With all said and learned, we now look at a sample answer for the example question discussed earlier. Firstly, let us look at the notes for this question. You can have a look at the question again for reference. We have already identified it as a place-related question, so we jump on recalling information and brainstorming ideas. I have recalled information according to my own perspective. You may think about it from your own perspective. With information and ideas in hand, we can now prepare the notes. Here are my sample notes. River Indus. This is the name of the river which I have selected as the answer to the main topic. Biggest in Pakistan. Total length of country. These 2 points are directly the answers to the first 2 supporting questions. Starts from Tibet, enters Pakistan in Baltistan, falls in Arabian Sea, connects all provinces. These are some details related to the location and geography of Indus River. Personal experience. This pointer will remind me to include my personal experience at this point in my speech. Irrigates entire country. Biggest source of fresh water. Dams and barrages. These points are to show the importance of the river. Pakistan runs on Indus. Now this is a point for conclusion. You can see that my notes have both properties. They are brief enough to be easily completed in 1 minute, and they are complete. Now we look at a sample speech.
My country, Pakistan, is a land of utmost beauty and scenic landscapes. It houses some of the most beautiful lakes and rivers in the world. Among all the water bodies situated in Pakistan, the most important is River Indus. It is the biggest river in Pakistan, spreading over 3,600 kilometers. It spans the entire length of the country. River Indus originates from the mountains of Tibet in China, enters Pakistan in the Gilgit-Baltistan region, and connects all the provinces before falling into the Arabian Sea near Karachi. Throughout its journey, Indus accepts a large number of tributaries, including the Hunza River, River Kunhar, Sawat, Neelam, Ravi, Satluj, Jihlam, Chenab, and others. I still remember the emotions I had when I first saw the mighty Indus River. It was a time when we were traveling to Hunza Valley. The road passed through scenic valleys with snow capped mountains on both sides. The crystal clear Kunhar River coursed alongside, creating a breathtaking panorama. At a point named Chilas, Kunhar fell into Indus. River Kunhar was dwarfed by the vastness of the Indus River. It was a captivating and mesmerizing scenery. River Indus is important, in fact essential, to Pakistan in a number of ways. It is the biggest source of fresh water, nurturing a large assembly of aquatic life. It is the primary supply of water for irrigation purposes. It also meets the power needs of the country by housing major hydroelectric dams. A large number of barrages, link canals, and watercourses channel the river water to further parts of the country. It would not be wrong to say that the Indus River is the lifeblood of Pakistan.
Now let us dissect this response. It can be seen that the speech started with an introductory statement, which led to the main topic. Then I talked about the geography of the river. Speaking about the regions, I also included the names of many tributaries. This is a great practice to make your speech interesting and impressive. You may not remember many names on the test day in case you encounter a similar question. In such case, you may include only 2 or 3 names as examples. In the next paragraph, I discussed my personal experience. You can see that a lot of emotions have been put in, using appropriate words and sentences to present my personal experience. Adding emotions make your response look personal and motivating. Finally, I explain the importance of the river for the country and conclude my speech by a strong and appealing ending statement. Another point to note down is that a lot of uncommon words have been put in the speech. This increases your scores in the lexical resources section, and you may jump from 6 plus band score to an 8 plus in the speaking section.
With all this, we'll end our lecture today. Subscribe to IELTS Triumph as we will discuss strategies and sample answers for more sections of the IELTS exam in the upcoming lectures soon. Press the bell icon to get the latest notifications. See you next time. Good luck.